Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. My name is Lara and we're here at Bite Me Burger in DIFC. Now joining me this morning is a very, very special guest, and we're talking about a lady who's been involved in so much in her journey of life. So I'm going to let her do the introduction of who she is and what she's about. Of course, we're talking about none other than the fabulous and amazing Liesa Euton. Hello and a very warm welcome.
Thank
How are
you
you
so
doing?
much for having me. I
It's
really
such
appreciate
a
it.
pleasure to
Thank
have you with us on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Now, Liesa, like in my introduction, you are a master of so many things. You've been involved in so much in your lifetime. Would you kindly share with us who Liesa Euton is?
Yes, I don't want to feel old by saying so much in my lifetime, but I feel 29, first of all.
Well, you don't look a day over 22.
Well, I have to say, I lend it to my parents, first of all. They're actually the smartest two people that I know in this universe. My mom is a doctor, dad an engineer. They're retired now, but they instilled in us values. I am the only girl until I was in my 30s, and then we adopted. But they taught me the ground basis of everything is your education. And I knew, I have a very New York accent, but I knew that I wanted to leave New York at one time and go to my parents' home or their island and make my way and make my life. So I have 17 years in the hospitality industry. I was a hotel GM for 17 years. And the owners of the hotel, when they met me, they said, "This will never be enough for you." And I said, "No, I love it, I'm ready." He said, "I can see it already." And they were right. And in that time, I went on to become president of the Hotel and Tourism Association, and then the president of the Chamber of Commerce and Timeshare, and 29 presidencies in 20 years.
Mashallah, congratulations.
And it's not for that. I will tell you what I think happened as a result of all that. And it's me and many men on the board, but the respect was there. I did dress a different way back then, with the pants and the shirt with the cufflinks and all tidied up, but with my jewelry.
I'm sure you still looked amazing.
Yeah, but as time went on and you grow and you mature and people realize who you are, I got more relaxed with myself and more relaxed with who I was, and then you dress a little more how you feel. So I became a little more feminine in that time. My greatest joy was after all these positions, I realized that it was to build a platform. And that platform was the day that my prime minister called me to his office and he said, "You have to be the one." I said, "For what?" And he said, "We need you to," my background is psychology, one of my degrees, is to open a shelter for women of domestic violence. Anything you touch just comes out complete. The reason is I show up, I'm on time, and I follow through. And that's really been one of the keys to my success. It was the hardest thing I had to do, but it was the most rewarding in my soul. I took care of many women and children, and things that I would say were serendipitous or synchronicity from the divinity of the universe came together for me to get that shelter built. All those positions that I had, whether it was Chamber of Commerce, running for Senate, sitting in Parliament, whatever it was, people would say, "Why are you doing all this?" And I said, "But don't you want to leave your mark? Don't you want to leave what I always say lead, follow, or get out of the way. But I want to lead because I know that I can do it, and I want to lead by example." So as a result of all that, I realized all the effort that I put in for the 20 years, whether it's the radio show or all the positions that I've done, was because the day they put in that newspaper, Liesa Euton is president of Safe Haven Foundation, I got phone calls from a security company. "Please let us put in panic buttons for you free. Whatever you do, we have faith in you." A hotel that was refurbishing, "Can we give you the furniture?" My Rotary Club, which I'm still in now, 26 years, "Can we buy all the equipment for you?" My husband and I had 2 restaurants at the time, fine dining. The company, in any restaurant, the most expensive equipment in any restaurant is the kitchen stuff. So they said, "Let us give you everything for the shelter, the equipment, the stoves." So it was like a blessing, but I realized all that hard work was so that the day they put my face in the paper and said, "She's the president," everyone came out of everywhere to help me get it sorted. And it was amazing. And then other things came, just boom, boom, boom. Things came up, finding a director, getting a hotline. The phone company, I was on the board of directors of the supervisory board of the phone company at the time, gave me the phones, they gave me the free lines. So I really believe that what you set out to do and in your journey in life, sometimes we think it's hard and we don't know what the real reason is. There's always a reason. And still there is. In how I came to Dubai. You asked me how long I've been here, 12 years.
12 years in Dubai.
12 years and another divine intervention. And people said, are you crazy? You're leaving your island? I'm from St. Martin, my mother and my father. My father's
One of the
from
most
Aruba.
beautiful islands in the world.
My father's from Aruba, but I settled in St. Martin. And they said, you're leaving your house on the beach? You're leaving? I rode horses, so I dressage ride. You're leaving your horse? You're leaving your cars? Are you crazy? But I knew and I felt inside that there was another journey in me. So I left the comfort zone, just me and my doggie, who's still with me now. She's 14. We just got on a plane and came. And people said, you must be nuts. And I said, yeah, but I'm comfortable. And I hate to say this, but I was bored. I was happy with my people, my island, but I wanted to do something else. And how I got here, crazy coincidences that are not coincidences. I just didn't hop on a plane. I started receiving messages. I meditate every day. I never have a day that I don't. I believe meditation grounds you and you're open to hear messages. I'll give you, for instance, maybe you're walking out of the house and something said to you, don't forget your keys, for instance. And you start doing other things and you forget, and you leave it, and you close the door's locked now and you can't get your keys. And said, oh my God, I heard that. I got that message. But the point is, you need to stop. We're so busy on the phone, so busy in the radio, listening to on the car, so busy talking, going, because we're in the computer age. We're in another age where things are moving fast. So our brain needs to catch up and our mind needs to catch up. So when I drive now, I drive in silence so I can hear myself think. And I always say, as I said before, praying, we all pray, I hope, but praying is asking and meditation is receiving the answer. If you meditate every day, and I mean this, things move faster, smoother, and things just come to you, and you're like, whoa, where did I get that from? And it's not a coincidence. Things that you think are coincidences are not coincidences. So I would love every lady, and this is what I teach now. I teach about writing down what you want, letting the universe know what you want, whether the universe is Allah, Buddha, Ganesh, whoever it is for you, you need to write down what you want because the universe will always give you what you want. If you are karma, and I mean, we don't want to talk about anybody. We don't want to have negativity. We don't want to be nasty to anyone because we are all human beings. We want to be kind. We don't want people to mistake your kindness for weakness, of course.
Of course.
But you want to go about life in a very calm way, in a very kind way, and treat each other with respect and love. And I think if you do that, things come to you much quicker. And you're on your way. You have your journey. Everybody has their journey.
I completely agree with that. And thank you so much for sharing that journey with us.
Thank you.
Now, Liesa Euton is very well known here in Dubai, not only for the beautiful personality that she is, but because of all the different activities that you're involved in. So you set up here in Dubai something known as Dubai Women's Run.
Yes, and that was another divine intervention. I received a phone call 11:30 at night, 3 months after I was here, and I had this gentleman call me local and said, you need to call my brother now. And I was like, okay. I met this person already because he wanted me to do an event for him. He saw something that I did. Someone told him, said, she's really good for your company. But you see, I wasn't supposed to be with him. It was just to open the door. So his brother was discussing that he wanted to win an election for, not here, outside, internationally. So he said, you know, I met a lady, she's held a lot of positions and she's really good at campaign strategy. Why don't you meet her? He said, but I need someone that knows the Caribbean. And this is how things happen. So I called this gentleman and he said to me, actually, call my brother now. It's 11:30 at night. And I said, they're sleeping, it's late. He said, locals don't sleep now, call him. So I said, okay.
It's true. 11 is too early.
So I called and he said, when can I see you? And I said, tomorrow. He said, where do you live? I said, the Marina. So I basically met him at Weston and he asked me about myself. He told me what he wanted to win. And 12 years later, we've gone through 2 elections with him, 8 years term. And we've formed the Dubai Women's Run. He's also the creator of the Dubai Marathon 21 years ago. And I'm so inspired by that because I want women to feel happy and healthy. And I think even just besides meditating, that you can also eat healthy, eat clean, and exercise. This really does a lot for your body and it grounds you. So the Dubai Women's Run, we started with 500 people, 500 ladies. And in the last one that we had 5,000. So yes, I guess I do know 5,000 women.
You do know a lot of women.
I am so grateful to every one of them. The energy in the morning at 5 a.m. when they come to get to that start line, it's exhilarating. It is amazing because all the women come without their makeup. I put a creche there for women that can't come on a Friday because they have children. So we have coloring and face painting and leave your child. We'll take care of them for you.
That's amazing.
And just for them to be out there running, being together, it takes 6 months to plan 1 hour, but it's worth it. And I'm so grateful for all the sponsors and the people that come out to be part of the event.
Well, I know that it's a talk of the town every time it takes place here in
Thank
Dubai.
you.
We know that you're the lady behind it. Now,
Thank
moving
you.
on to the Rotary Club.
Yes.
You are the female behind the Rotary Club
Yes.
here in Dubai. So tell us a little bit more about
Well,
that.
I will go back to that. I went to an event when I was 18 in St. Martin. I was on vacation. And I saw everybody in my community. I was like, oh, that's the judge, that's the lawyer. So what are they doing? They were doing an auction and earning money for charity. And my mother always instilled in us to give back. We used to wrap up our toys that we didn't want for Christmas, or toys that my mom always said, take 1 or 2, the rest you're giving to a charity. So this is what we did. So we went to, I went to this event. And I just looked and I said, I would like to be part of this one day, not knowing at the time I'd moved to St. Martin and not knowing at the time I'd be in Rotary. And when I moved to St. Martin, I was 25, and someone approached me at 27 to be in Rotary. And actually, I'll be honest with you, women were not allowed in Rotary until 1989. 1986, it was a man's club formed in 1905, and our motto is service above self, so we serve, but in our profession. So you should be someone in profession, meaning CEO, managing director, whatever it may be, and you should be able to give back in your profession. So 1905, Paul Harris started this. He was meeting with his friends for lunch or dinner, and he said, why are we doing this every week? We should be doing something for the communities in Chicago. The first thing they did was put in a water fountain and a bus stop, because people were waiting in the rain and they were thirsty, and a bathroom. So it's grown from now to 1.3 million of us. So some of the people you know that are Rotarians, the Pope, he's a Rotarian, Bill and Melinda Gates. I have the honor to sit with them. Prince Albert, many, Chancellor of Germany. So we're chosen. So I was chosen right after the law, 1986. They told her no. This woman went to court. She was denied. Her court case was refused. So she went to Supreme Court, and it was overruled. So 1989 women were allowed. So 1992, I was asked by the higher echelons of my community. Many women had gone to them and said, I want to be in this, and they denied it. I was chosen, and they told me it took 3 seconds, because at the time, as I told you, I was president of tourism, I was president of the Hotel Association, so they said she would be a good Rotarian. So I'm very happy to say it's 26, 27 years now that I have been serving. So when I moved from St. Martin to Dubai, you can transfer, and we have 4 clubs in Dubai. So I went to the one that felt right, and I'm very happy to say, as my dear friend and colleague Hussein Al-Jazeeri says, you can never leave us. I love Rotary. I am an encyclopedia for Rotary. Every bylaw, every law, it's huge. We now have over 33,000 clubs, and we're here to serve the community and give back. And with that, I say, first of all, my condolences for family and friends in Lebanon. So we're working very hard right now to work with Red Crescent. We're doing donations, and we're packing boxes. We're there, lifting the boxes, putting them on the truck. I just got goosebumps. And we're doing what we can as Rotarians to help Rotary Club Lebanon and the people of Lebanon. So I enjoy it. And I want to say about karma, when you give selflessly, more comes to you. You know, when you give and you don't ask why, or I have to give, just give. Whether it's a lunch to somebody or $1, or it comes back to you so much more. So this is what I want to portray. This is what I want to give. This is what I speak about to women. I have my website. I teach. I mentor. I love mentoring because I think it's so important. Everybody has a mentor. Oprah has 4. I have 3.
Oh, yeah.
I have 3. I have people that if I want advice, and I know you were going to ask this, so I'm free to say that everybody should have a mentor. I don't care, man, woman, child, because there's someone to show you the way.
And we all need guidance, no matter what it is, whether it's professionally, physically, emotionally,
personal, professionally, everything. I have someone for everything, and I'm not afraid to go and ask another person, hey, I need your advice on this.
That's amazing. Yeah. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Now, for all the female entrepreneurs, being the successful female entrepreneur that you are, Liesa. So for all the females out there, what advice do you have for the women that are starting up their own businesses or already have an established business? What tips, what advice do you have?
Okay, many things actually, but I will make it short. First of all, think about a business that you want, and think about it, what you have a passion for. Because if you have a passion for something, you'll be more successful. I will give you an example. I had one of the two amazing restaurants. I am a Cornell graduate, so hotel and restaurant. But I did it for my husband, not for me. I was running my hotel and I was happy and doing all my positions, but he really wanted that. So I said, okay, you do the design. My husband was from Argentina. You'll set everything up. We had a beautiful, elegant restaurant called Los Gauchos, not El Gaucho, but Los Gauchos. We had tango at night, everything. But I was, while I went in, and of course the tablecloth was perfect and the silver, and we had a view of the ocean and everything, it wasn't my passion. So I didn't enjoy it. And we were successful, but I felt tired because I didn't enjoy it. So you need to do what you enjoy and what you have a passion for, because everyone has a passion. And if you say to me right now, Liesa, I don't know what I want to do. Well, what do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing? Because you never imagine something that you think is trivial may be a niche for someone else. And then you can also tell me, well, I want to have a burger restaurant. I enjoy doing this. There's too many. No, but Burger King doesn't worry about McDonald's. Right?
So true.
And this beautiful Bite Me Burger company is not worrying about. So do what you need to do. The universe will give you what you need in return. And if you know the right people, again, ask for mentoring and ask for help. And as I mentioned before, always show up on time for appointments. Show the other person respect. Follow through with what you set out to do, and you'll be successful. This is so important. And definitely my number one is find a mentor. Someone that's doing it already or has the business that you have already. No one that is successful will not sit down and help mentor someone else.
I completely agree with you. Words of wisdom.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You.
Now, last but not least, what's next for Liesa? What's in the pipeline? What are your future plans? For all the audiences watching.
I always write down. I tend to write every year, what's my next goal? Because we can't sit too much in our comfort zone. And I always say, you know the ECG machine in the hospital?
Of course.
It goes up and down. So once it's going flat, and everything is calm, this is not good.
Of course.
So you need to be on, this is life. There will be ups and downs, but you need to find out what you want to do next. I enjoy helping women and children. So I intend, of course, to stay with Rotary. I want to work more with women and children here because I think this is the important thing for me on a personal level. I always say if there's a boat sinking, I'll save the women and children first. I don't swim, but I'll try to save them. But for me, what I do now and what I want to do, what my journey is about, is helping women and children. My target market is anywhere from 25 to 55. People that don't know where they want to go and they're lost. This is my job. So what I do now is I consult. I have private sessions and I have group sessions, helping people to find their journey, tap into their abundance, being grateful, and find the way they want. So it's LiesaEuton.com, but you can find me there. But this is what I do now, because I know my journey. I know where, but my journey now is, because I've done so much, is helping other women, other children, other men find their path and helping them get their abundance.
Liesa Euton, we'd like to thank you for spending some time with us on today's show. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
A pleasure talking to you.
And wishing you continued growth and success in all your future ventures.
Thank you so much, Lara.
Thank you, Liesa. Thank you.
Bless you.
Unfortunately, that's all we have time for from Liesa Euton. My name is Lara, signing off. Until next time.